I'm Alan Kenny, Managing Editor with REIT.com, and we're in Dallas, Texas at the Hilton Anatole Hotel for REITWorld 2011, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. Joining me is Ted Rollins, CEO and co-founder of Campus Crest Communities. Ted, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Everybody's reading about the squeeze on state budgets, what that's doing in higher education. How has that impacted your business?
Actually, Alan, it's had a relatively positive, in our opinion, impact for us. It's limited the supply of money for schools to invest in non-core assets. So more and more we're seeing the private sector fill that void. So if you look generally over the last few years, we've seen about 38 states decrease higher ed funding, and the rest of them are neutral or a little bit higher. And that's impacted their ability to finance new housing. And as you know, their housing stock needs to be continually replaced on campus, and that's an opportunity for our company.
Now, people like you and I, we probably have a different view of student housing than maybe what your average student wants. How much input do current students have in what you build and how those properties are operated?
They have quite a bit of input, and it starts with our 9 community assistants at every property. So if you think about our staffing at the property level, we have a general manager, a sales manager, and a maintenance supervisor, but it's also supported by what we consider to be the touch points for the students, which is our community assistants. We call them rock stars on our campus. So they have continual input into our program development. And if you look at the way we operate, being that we build all our new products ourselves and continually grow organically, we get feedback from our student employees, and we get feedback from our residents on resident surveys. So each year we have the opportunity to upgrade and adapt our programming to that feedback.
Now, I remember when I was in college, the wear and tear seemed to be a little bit...
That'll happen.
Yeah, a little bit tougher than your usual apartment or other kind of types of housing. Do you find that to be the case, and how do you address that?
I think it depends on how you manage the asset. We put a lot of time and effort into thinking through that. What we say is if you got to control the energy, or the energy is going to control you with the college kids. And we involve them, they're active in the community, and when they create a sense of place among themselves, they're generally better on the asset. Secondly, if you look at our overall operating program, we are inspecting the units on a regular basis. So as we come across any damage, we're billing it back to mom and dad or the student or both. And that tends to kind of limit that sort of activity, just a little bit tighter control.
Well, thanks a lot for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
And for more on this and other news and analysis from REITWorld 2011, check out REIT.com.